Hello, Sagittarius. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts. How are you guys? This is your love and life reading focused on the second half of November. So that's from the 16th all the way through the end of the month. It is a general reading, Sagittarius, so it's not going to resonate with every single person. So please do take from it whatever makes sense for you and your life, your situation, your relationship, and release the rest, whatever does not resonate with you. If you're interested, however, in a private reading, that information is down below in the description box. And I will also have a list of all of the card decks that I use for my readings. All right, guys. So let's get started. The two focus decks that I will be using for this reading, Sagittarius, is the Twin Flame / Soulmate Unspoken Messages deck by Fire Witch Tarot, and then we'll go ahead and grab a focus message from the Moonology card deck as well. So let's get started, guys, and let's take a look and see what needs to come through this time around for you, Sagittarius, okay? So angels and spirit guides, please. For Sagittarius, please bring forward a focus message to start off this reading for the second half of November. All right, let's take a look and see, guys, what I am guided to pull for you this time around. Secretly in love. Ooh, so somebody might be keeping their feelings hidden at the moment for you, Sag. Okay, so somebody's hiding their feelings, secretly in love with you, possibly. All right, so that's something to keep in mind for the second half of November. Let's grab an additional focus message for you from the Moonology card deck. So angels and spirit guides, please, for Sagittarius. Please bring forward an additional focus message for Sagittarius for the second half of November, please. I'm guided to this one. Your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. So for some of you, you might be thinking of a Taurus, and whatever it is that you are wanting to manifest by way of your goals, by way of your dreams, Sagittarius, at this time, this card is coming through to let you know that it needs to be coming from a practical place. So if it hasn't been moving towards manifestation for you by way of a particular dream that you have in mind, maybe you have to go back to the drawing board and try to figure out a different plan, or just tweak it a little bit to make it more conducive towards coming to fruition by way of whatever goal or dream that is that you have in mind. Okay? All right, guys. So let's go ahead and grab some messages to start off with our Mystic Moon Oracles. And let's take a look and see what messages need to come through here this time around. I don't know what it is, but I just love starting off with this particular card deck, and it does not fail me. It definitely brings forward whatever messages need to be communicated. So thank you, Angela from Mystic Moon, for creating this card deck. All right, Sagittarius, what is going on in love, in life? What is it that you need to be made aware of at this time? Ooh, the answer is yes. Is somebody secretly in love with you? Yes, they are. Ooh, that's an interesting message coming forward, guys. Let's grab some more. And I can't help but notice in both of the images of these cards, secretly in love, the answer is yes. If you look at the background for both cards, it's that fiery type photo, fiery energy. So for some of you, this is your own energy that it's picking up off of. It could also be Leo or Aries, in addition to Sagittarius. So I have a feeling in love and romance, especially, Sag, that there might be some stuff that's about to happen in your love life that could be very crucial to your happiness. Let's take a look and see what else is coming through here. But yeah, your own fiery energy is coming through. Or you might be secretly in love with somebody. That may be a part of what it is that you're dreaming about and wanting to manifest. And if it hasn't been happening for you, your plan needs a little bit of tweaking there. And it could be a Taurus that you are secretly in love with, maybe. Or it's a Taurus that's secretly in love with you. We've got third parties, however. Next card, though, is cycles. So if you were a part of a third party situation, Sag, with the cycles represented right next to that, it might actually be phasing out. It might be something that you were involved in, but it's slowly coming to pass. I feel that's a cycle of your life that may be coming to completion. The next card is reinvention. Okay, you're working on yourself, trying to reinvent yourself, improve the quality and direction of your life, knowing that there are dreams that you want to manifest, but again, if it's not happening the way you're wanting or envisioning, it's time to recreate that plan. You know, especially if it has something to do with third-party situations. I feel that that might be a hindrance for you. And we do have this destruction card right after that, which does represent the Tower in traditional tarot. Okay, so that's more fire energy through that Tower card. It's an unexpected event. For some of you guys, there may have been a Tower moment in regard to a third-party situation. Part of this Tower could have been brought on because either you discover that somebody was in love with you or is in love with you. And if you're already in another committed relationship, that definitely will cause a Tower moment in your life. It depends, of course, on how you choose to entertain this third party. Some of you may have actually crossed the line and gotten involved with a third party. But I feel with that cycle card right in the middle, it could be phasing out of your life, Sagittarius. That's what I'm feeling here. That the Tower came down on this situation and leveled things out of your life that no longer belong there. And part of what no longer belongs there is this third party. Whether you were a part of it or the person that you were with entered into a third-party situation. We also have this abandoned card. And I feel here that could be interpreted as you've abandoned the third-party situation. Or if you were already in a relationship, it's your partner who abandoned this third party. A cycle of change, a cycle of completion. This was a pretty painful situation, however. The Tower definitely creates devastating conditions in one's life, but it allows you to rebuild too, so that you can move forward and rebuild your life and recover from that and heal from any painful experiences, especially in regard to your relationships. And that's a part of this reinvention card that's coming through here. You're leaving behind what no longer serves you. And for some of you, you have chosen to move in a different direction away from this third-party situation. Next card is Lessons, followed by Ascending. So I love the progression of these cards for you, Sag, because I feel for those of you who have experienced something as difficult as a Tower moment in your life, whether that has anything to do with your romantic life or just life in general, I do feel with these two cards falling right next to each other, you've learned your lessons and you have chosen to go in a different direction so that you can ascend your life forward. Claim a different path for yourself. Getting out of the way of this destruction of the Tower card. All right, so let's add to this with some tarot. This is the Twin Flame Journey Tarot by Mystic Moon. So let's see what we can add to this. And for those of you not resonating with a third party, there's somebody that is coming through here that they actually are secretly in love with you, and you may not know this. You might not even be aware of this. All right. Angels and spirit guides for Sagittarius. What else do we need to know at this time, please? For the second half of November. What else do we need to know at this time? What do we have? We have the Three of Cups, celebration and community, as indicated by this card. But it is falling in the reverse, guys. So it's interesting how we've got that third party representation here. So as I mentioned, I do feel that this might already be in the past, that it's cycled out or it's phasing out. Okay, so for those of you guys who had dealt with this, I think it's over, or it's about to be, or it just recently ended. Because that Three of Cups is falling in the reverse. Cups is water energy, so Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces for some of you. Next card is the King of Swords. That is air energy. A king that is quick-witted, very intellectual. So for some of my Sagittarians, you might have involved yourself with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. Next card is the Nine of Swords, followed by the Six of Swords. So we've got a lot of air energy coming through here. The Nine of Swords is self-sabotage, having nightmares about this whole situation. It couldn't have been easy, since we do have representation of that Tower card right here. Towers, third-party situations, somebody who abandoned the connection. I feel here, Sag, that it might have been you that abandoned this third-party situation. Could have been an air sign that you were involved with. It could also be an air sign for some of you, almost like a secret admirer, like you don't even know this person has feelings for you. And it's interesting how we do have the Six of Swords, which in this deck indicates a tranquility ahead. So that's very fitting, considering you've already been through the chaos and trauma of this Tower moment, I feel. More than likely. And if you haven't, this might be something that you can't avoid, that it's bound to interject itself into your life. Some sort of Tower moment, something unexpected that happens that's hurtful or painful, knocks you off your feet. It grounds things or levels things out of your life that no longer belongs there. If it's got nothing to do with a third party, then it's some other aspect of your life, Sagittarius, that needs attention. And if that's something that you're not even aware that needs attention, then the Tower comes in and levels things out for you and gets rid of things that are no longer serving a purpose in your life. And if that's already happened, if that's already been a part of your experience, then things are going to smooth out. As the Six of Swords indicates, tranquility ahead. So better times ahead. A smoother road is ahead of you. So that's a good thing. And when I tap into the energy of this Ascending card, I always gravitate towards that image of the sun right there. And the sun is tarot, is beautiful. It's joy. It is something to celebrate. Very successful energy. And it interjects very positive vibrations into your life. So the Tower comes forward with negative energy, and the sun is nothing but positive, wonderful energy for you. So I feel here that if you've gone through a bit of a rough patch in your life, in your love life, in life in general, things are eventually going to smooth out and get better. It's going to get better, especially those of you who've been dealing with depression or anxiety as a result of this Nine of Swords, losing sleep over something difficult that you've had to deal with, whether it is third-party situations or some other aspect of your life that's been very difficult on you. The next card is Strength, so you are a lot stronger than you're giving yourself credit for. The Strength card in tarot is Leo, so for some of you guys, you might be dealing with a Leo. Next card is Five of Swords. So we've got more swords coming through, more air energy. This particular card indicates mind games and control. So some of you guys may have dealt with somebody who tried to control you, just messing with your mind, especially in regard to this whole third party situation. Fives typically tap into adversity of some sort in tarot. It's putting you in a place of feeling conflicted about something, creating a tense situation, and that ultimately contributed to this tower moment in your life. Whether that's got something to do, again, with your love life or not. Somebody trying to control you in some way, shape, or form. And that's, I feel, something that you're going to gravitate away from. You've learned your lessons or are in the process of doing that, and you want to move forward and ascend. You don't want to retreat backwards. You want to move forward in your life. You don't want to be a part of a third-party situation where you're just somebody's option. That's a part of the cycle that needs to phase out. And so I feel that it's so fitting how this card says your dreams need a practical plan, because you need to kind of go back and figure things out, figure out a different plan for yourself so that you can find happiness in your relationships and your love connections, especially if you were part of a third party situation and it just wasn't offering you what it was you were looking for. It wasn't fulfilling you. It wasn't making you happy. It wasn't giving you everything that you've been wanting in your life, but you can have that with the Sun's blessing. We've got the Ten of Pentacles right after that. Earth energy, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Ultimate achievement. You're going to be okay. You're going to overcome whatever difficult period you've been having to deal with, Sagittarius. Tens tap into completion. And the Ten of Pentacles, for those of you who've been struggling financially, things are going to get better in regard to your money matters. For those of you who are unemployed, maybe you'll get a job or get a job offer or interview, somewhere along those lines. Things are going to get better in that regard. And again, a cycle coming to completion. Tens wrap things up. And look what you have. The Wheel of Fortune. Destined opportunities, guys. That's what's coming in for you. That is fire energy, which of course is a part of your very own vibration, Sag, okay? And this is good luck on your side now. Things are going to take a turn for the better. Good luck is on your side this time. Welcome in the success and the energy of the Wheel of Fortune. And I love how it's falling right below the ascending card with that sun represented at the very top of the card. So you've got the Wheel of Fortune and that ascending with sun representation. So I really feel here that things are going to get better. Your problems have the capability of just going away and just being eliminated by better decisions and creating a different path for yourself. But you got to act as well. You know, that wheel is constantly moving, it's constantly turning. And so when it's falling on your side, and if it's falling in your favor, Sagittarius, you got to act and take advantage of the energies of that Wheel of Fortune. Make things happen for yourself. In love, in romance, in life, in your career, other relationships, family, your goals, your dreams, whatever it is, make it happen for yourself. It's your turn. For some of you guys, part of the energy of the Wheel of Fortune is that someone from your past has the potential to come back to you. But part of that energy too is that you're undecided about the relationship, especially if it was a part of a third party situation. So you might have second thoughts about wanting to engage once again with this person, even if they've been loving you from a distance this whole time, not telling you that they are in love with you. But the only way that that can create a healthy environment and relationship is that you can't have this third party element to it. And that's a part of the lesson, I feel, a very valuable lesson that needs to be learned here for you, Sag. Okay? All right, let's add some romance angels to this. And let's see what else we can add for the second half of November. So angels and spirit guides, please. For Sagittarius, what else do we need to know at this time? We've got cards flying everywhere. What do we have? It is safe for you to love. This one flew out. This could be the one. Bottom of the deck is finances and career. All right. So it is safe for you to love, absolutely. If you choose to go in a different direction away from this third party, you will find love once again. For some of you, you have to go through a healing period in order to be ready to love again, but you will, and love will find you. And moving forward and ascending your life in a different direction, you have the capability of finding that once in a lifetime type of love. You can find it. And we also have finances and career being represented here because I feel some of you might actually be going through financial struggles at the moment. But again, we've got the Ten of Pentacles offering you better opportunities in regard to your money matters, your job, the opportunity to find employment, get a promotion, things along those lines having to do with your career and your money matters. I feel even though it's affecting the quality of your life right now, I feel ultimately you can get past that and things will ultimately improve in that area. All right, guys, so let's add to this. I would love to start a dialogue between you and this person. So let's grab a Twin Flame Messages Volume 2 deck by Mystic Moon once again. So I'm using a bunch of Angela's cards this time for this reading. So angels and spirit guides, some messages please, either from Sagittarius, words that you've been wanting to say to this person that you're thinking about for this reading, or these could be words that they have been wanting to say to you. But if you guys are at a distance from each other, then there is no communication. And so this is giving those words an outlet to communicate. So take it for how it resonates with you, and you certainly don't have to resonate with each and every card that jumps out. Look at this, guys. Karma is a bitch. I finally got mine. Could be this third party that's saying that it finally caught up to them. Bottom of the deck, look at this. I know it might be too late by the time I figure things out. Next card after that is so fitting. Would you give me the chance to make things right between us? So the question is, Sagittarius, would you? Would you give them a second chance to come towards you? That falls on you. That decision is ultimately your choice. And going back to that energy of the Wheel of Fortune where somebody wants to come back to you, but there is that level of indecision and uncertainty about wanting that person to come back. It's because they've either done you wrong or you know in your heart that it just wasn't the type of connection that was meant for you. But that doesn't mean that it's going to stop them from wanting to come back. The decision ultimately falls on you whether you will allow them back. And so, they are telling you, it's like, I know it might be too late by the time I figure things out. So timing. It all falls down on timing, but they're also acknowledging that they got theirs. Karma got them for their actions and wrongdoing and whatever else they're taking responsibility for now. It finally caught up. All right. I feel like grabbing some additional messages from the Hidden Truth Oracle. Let me grab some additional messages here for you, Sag. Again, this could either be you that wants to express these words, or it could be the person that you are thinking about for this reading. Let's add to the conversation. So angels and spirit guides, please, for Sagittarius. Some additional messages, please. This is the Hidden Truth Oracle by All Things Intuitive. Because I feel here that there's more that needs to be added to this conversation between you, Sag, and this person that you have in mind for this reading. I regret lying to you. They have regrets. Karma is a bitch. But look at this bottom of the deck. I am becoming a better person. So part of this reinvention card that's right there could be that they are working on themselves, certainly. But, you know, who knows how long that's going to take, because they're coming through to let you know that by the time they figure things out, you may have already moved on and it might be too late to even try to work this out. So they have regrets. More than likely, you know, life has kind of caught up to them and karma got them. And they're truly wondering, you know, would you give me the chance to make things right between us? But I feel for some of you, you might not even want it by the time it represents itself to you, you know? So of course that's different for everybody, but I feel here that for some of you, you might not even be interested in this person any longer if they take too darn long to figure things out for themselves and to work on whatever issues they had before you guys went into separation, more than likely. So let's add to this with some Lover's Oracle, and let's see what else needs to come through. So angels and spirit guides for Sagittarius, please. What else do we need to know for the second half of November? Please bring it forward. What else do we need to know? I'm going to grab the bottom of the deck. What do we have here? Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. So there's someone, Sag, that's secretly in love with you. And you guys are not together. Obviously, you're at a distance from each other. They're coming through to let you know that they have love for you. But at the end of the day, it's up to you to decipher whether that is a toxic connection or if it's a healthy relationship that you could actually get into and invest your time in. The next card that came through, you may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. The Tower brings that turmoil to you. Can it be avoided? Of course. But I feel for some of you, you've already experienced that Tower moment. Just know that there's a blessing that's coming in for you. It's a part of the journey that you're on. It's a part of learning those lessons. It's a part of ascending your life forward. Allowing a cycle to come to completion. Letting things go that no longer serve a purpose. Loosening the reins from any sort of expectation that you felt you may have had in regard to this love connection. You know, it takes a lot of soul searching to figure out that at the end of the day, you guys just are not meant to be. You know, some of you guys tuning in, deep down inside, you know that it's over and that it's just not a healthy relationship for you. That's a part of the cycle that needs to come to completion, and you need to allow it to phase out. And if it did present itself as a third-party situation, if it hasn't already, I do feel that this Tower is going to come down on that to level it out of your life so that you can claim a different direction for yourself and find happiness where you deserve to find it. There's somebody out there, Sagittarius, who is the one for you. And I'm feeling here and guided to tell you that it's not this third party. Okay? All right. So let's go ahead and grab, I feel guided to grab some angel answers for you. So if you happen to have a particular question in mind, Sagittarius, go ahead and ask it now. Focus on that question and let's see if the angels are guided to answer that for you. Let's see what cards come forward this time around for you, Sagittarius. So angels and spirit guides, please bring forward whatever answers need to be communicated for the collective, for Sagittarius at this time. Let's take a look. It's not the right time for some of you. Okay, so it's telling you that if you've been thinking about doing something, just give it a little bit more time, because as of right now, it's not the right time. They're telling you to have some patience and to wait it out. Look at this next card. The answer is no. We've got a yes answer for some of you. And for others, it's a wholehearted with an exclamation point, no. So take that for how it makes sense to you. Let me grab another one. What additional answers, please, for Sagittarius need to come through for the collective? There is a peaceful resolution that is indicated here for some of you guys. Things are ultimately going to work itself out. And look at this. Some of you truly need to choose a different direction, go in a different direction, find a different path for yourself. And this is the bottom of the deck. So that is the second reference to the answer, yes, for some of you. Okay, so we've got two yeses here. And just follow your gut, follow your intuition. If it feels right for you, go for it. And also, on the opposite side of that spectrum, you also know when it's time to say no and when it just isn't meant for you. You'll know it deep in your heart. Just really trust your gut, trust your intuition, and believe in what it's telling you. All right, so let's set that aside. And let's go ahead and close out your reading, Sag, with some healing messages from the angels. So angels and spirit guides, please, for Sagittarius. Some healing messages, please, for the second half. The second half of November, please. Some healing messages. Tower moments are not easy. Very difficult thing to go through. Abundance. Wonderful. Abundance is coming your way. Abundance, guys, comes in many forms. Money, finances, job opportunities, of course. But abundance comes through good health, through love, through family, through friends, okay? The very air that you breathe. So however way abundance is going to present itself into your life, Sagittarius, welcome that in. The bottom of the deck is emerging. So for those of you tapping into and resonating with this reinvention card, you are working on yourself and you will emerge as the best version of you. Okay? However way you're working on yourself, whether it is losing weight, taking better care of yourself, working on yourself spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically, however way you're working on yourself and reinventing who you are, to be a better version of yourself. I feel, given time, you're going to shock people with the new version of you. All right, so that's fantastic. And the card after that is celebration. So there is so much to celebrate, I feel, moving forward, Sagittarius. You got to claim a different direction for yourself to find love, to find happiness, to find better opportunities. You can have that. But for some of you, it's time. You know, allow whatever cycles to come to completion. Heal from the destruction of that Tower card if you've already endured it. And I feel you have the capability of ascending your life towards a better future. I truly do. There's a lot of positivity coming forward from that card. And again, I do tap into very similar energies with the Sun card, with that Ascending card. there's a lot of joy attached to that. Your happiness. It's there for you. All you need to do is claim it. Okay? I see happy times ahead for you, Sagittarius. All right, guys, so that's where I'm going to leave this. I hope that you were able to resonate with a part of, if not all of this reading. And if you would like your own personal private reading from me, all of that information is down below in the description box. Thank you guys, Sagittarius, for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Take care.